Right, so here I am starting the opening up of the dining car coach set. Just got to take off the detail really carefully using tweezers, probably a magnifying glass as well would be good, and then take off the parts at either end and put them somewhere safe in a little tub or something. And you get access to the roof. You carefully just put your fingernails along the top of the roof and it just pops off nicely. Then you get access to the printed circuit board, which is a dual layered one, and two screws come out, one at either end, and then it just pulls off. It's quite easy once you know how to get into these coaches. They're fairly easy. And you've got the older design coaches. These are the new ones with the new LED lighting. The old ones have incandescent lighting. So that's the capacitor I'm going to use, a much bigger one this time. That's roughly where I'm going to place it. And the bridge rectifier on the right hand side, you connect the capacitor to that area there from the negative and positive of the capacitor to the bridge rectifier. Yeah, so on this coach, it's slightly different to the other Orient Express set I've got. There's different components or missing components around this area, but anyway, I've decided to put the voltage capacitor directly onto the negative and positive of the bridge rectifier. That's how I should have done it the first time round, really. And the first time round I used a 220 UF capacitor. I used two of them. Well, that one there. I used two of them in each coach of the previous fit out I did. And it works okay. But I thought I'd fit one 2200 UF capacitor and see what that's like. Anyway, I've wired it up and it's far superior. This is exactly how I want it. So I'm just going to put one capacitor and then I'm going to hide that or paint it and put it into this area here, and that's it. Paint these windows white on the side here, on the inside, to hide it, so I don't have to paint the capacitor rather. And then that'll be it. Job done. A good idea as well is to put figures inside while you got it open, but I've got no seated figures, so that's another job for another day maybe. But this is turned out to be a really good fit out on this. So what else I'm going to do is I'm going to tone down the colour of the lighting slightly by painting over the LEDs. Just put like a wash over the LEDs because it's a bit too bright. So I'm just going to do that as well. And I've also had a delivery from Coastal DCC, one of my favourite shops in the UK for decoders and anything digital to do fit outs. And I've got a Lock Pilot 5 basic, and this is an ideal budget decoder for doing basic installs, and these will work really nice with the cordless motors. Got all the settings and all the default settings you can put on there for the cordless motors and adjust it really easy on the ESU lock programmer. Got a couple of interfaces, one for the turntable and just a spare one, and another two. So that's a nice delivery that's come in the post. And yeah, I'm going to put this back together now. Yeah, just looking at the coach, what I've done, I've put low bake masking tape across the LEDs so it keeps them consistent on the right hand two windows to give it a more warm yellow light looking. Because the LEDs, I think they're too bright for the era of the coach. You want that sort of yellowy look, so I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, I've done the right hand 2 windows, and now I'm going to go along the rest of the coach because I'm happy with that now. Right, so that's complete now. The one on the right is the one I've just done, and one on the left, bear with me, not sure that's on the rails properly. Yeah, the one on the left had no masking on the lighting, and the one on the right has masking. It's not, probably can't pick it up on a camera, but the one on the right looks much more classier, I think, with the toned down lighting. So if I pull back, it's not as over the top, the lighting. It looks much more realistic. Yeah, really happy with that, the way it's turned out. And the resistor, when I pull the coach off the track, it dims down a lot slower than the previous conversion I did. Not a massive difference, but it will make a difference. The more backup power you got, if you got dirty track, it's never going to flicker. The bigger the capacitor, which I should have done in the first place. I should have put the bigger capacitor in first place, but obviously it's just, I'm not an advanced electronics engineer or anything. I'm just learning as I go. What I've done, I've took the wheels off and cleaned the pickups, because obviously it's been left in a box for a few years, this set, so it can have a bit of grime on there, atmospheric grime or whatever, been in storage. So I've took the contacts off and I've bent the contacts forward slightly to make more resistance on the wheels as well, which I had to do on the previous set to keep that connection as good as possible. While I'm at it, you can oil the axles as well. But this one's complete now, so really happy with this now. So that's the way to go on the next set of coaches anyway.